boost converter. So in this boost converter, we are using inductor, which is connected in series with the input voltage source. So here, the current which is stored in the inductor will be given to the load in addition with the input voltage. So that is the reason why the voltage will be stepped up at the load side. So it is called a boost converter or step up converter. Right. So input voltage Vs is connected to an inductor L, and the switch is used here. In this place, the switch S is used, and already we have discussed in the buck converter the purpose of using switch and what type of switch is used for the regulators or converters, and you can search from the buck converter topic, and the diode D is used in this case like this, and the capacitor C is used here, and this is the load V naught, which is nothing but the output voltage we have to calculate here. So this is the input voltage, and switch current IS will be flowing through the inductor, and inductor will be storing the energy, and during turn on time, the switch S is closed here. Then there exists a short circuit path from this point to this point. Therefore, the load will not have any kind of voltage, output voltage during turn on time. During turn on time, inductor will be storing the energy, and therefore a simple loop is formed here. And during turn off time, the switch S will be opened. Therefore, the current which is storing in the inductor is also supports the input voltage to the load side. Therefore, there exists a boost in the output voltage. So these two modes we will see now. This is a basic circuit diagram of a boost converter. In the mode 1 operation, the switch S is on and the diode D is off. Therefore, in the mode 1 operation, the current will be flowing through the inductor and through the switch, and there exists a closed path here as shown in the figure. So as it is a passive element, the polarity will be positive here and it will be negative here. And this is a voltage source, so that the current will be flowing from a negative polarity to positive polarity, as we already know. So by applying KCL and KVL here, there exists a relation like VL is equal to VS. This is the inductance voltage VL, and this is the input voltage VS. Therefore, whatever the voltage is existing in the input source, then that will be appeared across the inductor. Therefore, VL is equal to VS. And here the capacitor current IC, the capacitor current IC is equal to minus of I naught. Actually, when you are using the circuit at very first time, there will be no capacitor current and no output current. But we are talking regarding steady state behavior of a circuit. Then we are assuming that there exists some amount of current in the capacitor. This current will be, now this capacitor will be acting as a passive element. Therefore, whatever the current is existing in the capacitor is flowing through the load in a reverse manner. Therefore, we are having the polarity of minus. So at the across output voltage. Actually, this is during steady state operation. IC is equal to minus of I naught. But at the time of initial stage, there will be no output current. At that case, IC can be treated as 0. But generally, we'll be showing, we'll be representing with IC is equal to minus I naught. And in mode 2 of operation, then the switch is open circuited here. Then therefore, the current will be flowing through this voltage source and through the inductor and this through the diode and then capacitor and as well as the load here. So this will be the circuit diagram in case of mode 2. Okay. So this is in this case, the diode is acting like a forward bias or a on switch. When you apply KCL and KVL in the circuit, then this IC or then this IL is equal to the combination of IC and I naught. Therefore, IL can be written as IC plus I naught. From this, we are calculating capacitor current for the ampere second balance equation. Therefore, IC is equal to IL minus of I naught. So this is during turn off time. Okay, and VL is equal to, from this VS is equal to VL plus V naught. Vs is equal to VL plus V naught. From this, to get the volt ampere balance equation, we are calculating the VL voltage across the inductor. VL is equal to Vs minus of V naught. So these two are the conditions during turn on and turn off time. So during turn on time, the values of VL is equal to VS and IC is equal to minus I naught. And during turn off, VL is equal to VS minus V naught and IC is equal to IL minus I naught. So these two equations we are going to use in the ampere balance and volt ampere second and volt second balance equations. These are the waveforms of boost converter. During turn on time, there is no voltage because the switch SC is disconnected. The switch SC is short circuited so that the entire load is disconnected from the supply side. Therefore, there is no output voltage across the load during turn on time. And during turn off time, the voltage will be the combination of input source and as well as the inductance voltage. Therefore, there will be a rise in the voltage. So this is during turn off time. V naught is equal to VL plus VS. Again, during turn on time, the switch SC is disconnecting this. Look at the diagram here. During turn on time, the switch SC is disconnecting this entire load from the supply side. Therefore, there will be no output voltage across the load during turn on time. And whereas during turn off time, the switch is opened here. Therefore, the voltage input voltage VS and the inductance voltage VL both will be applied across the load. Therefore, V naught is equal to here VS plus VL. So these two cases we have to keep in our mind. Therefore, the output voltage will be like this. And similarly, we know during turn on time, the inductance is charging from minimum value to maximum value. And again, during turn off time, it is discharging from maximum value to minimum value. So this will be continued. And the diode also, during turn on time, the diode is disconnected from the circuit. Therefore, no current flowing through the diode. And during turn off time, the diode is allowing the current, whatever the amount of current which is flowing through the inductor, the same amount of current is going to flow through the diode. Therefore, these two waveforms will be almost similar during turn off time. So these are the three waveforms regarding boost converter, and this is turn on time, and this is the turn off time, and this is the complete time period of a particular cycle. And what are the quantities that we have to calculate for a boost converter are nothing but the same quantities that we have already calculated in terms of buck converter. So first of all, average output voltage. As we have calculated average output voltage in buck converter, the same principle that I am taking here, that is volt second balance equation. So for that, we have to calculate the inductance voltage across the inductance voltage and the voltage across the inductance you have to take in both conditions during turn on and turn off times. So during turn on time, the voltage across the inductor VL is equal to VS. During turn off time, the voltage across the inductor VL is equal to VS minus V naught. So integration of VL dt is equal to 0. That is taken from volt second balance equation. Therefore, VS into turn on plus VS minus V naught into turn off time, that is nothing but T minus T on is equal to 0. By simplifying this equation, you will get V naught is equal to Vs by 1 minus T. So as D is less than or equal to 1, therefore V naught is always greater than Vs. So that is the reason why this is called a boost converter. There is a rise in the voltage at output side when you compare with the input source. That is due to voltage across the inductor is boosting the voltage to the load side. So this is the reason why this is called as boost converter. So this is a process to calculate the average output voltage in case of boost converter. Similarly, for calculating average inductor current, we have to take ampere second balance equation. From that ampere second balance equation, we have to calculate integration of IC dt is equal to 0. For that reason why we have calculated the capacitor current in both the cases, like during turn on and turn off cases. So capacitor current IC is equal to minus I naught. This is during turn on time, and IC is equal to IL minus I naught. This is during turn off time. So as per the ampere second balance equation, minus I naught into turn on plus IL minus I naught into T minus Tn. This is called turn off time. T minus Tn is equal to 0. By simplifying this equation, we will get IL is equal to I naught divided by 1 minus G. In buck converter, we got IL is equal to I naught, almost load current is equal to output current. But in this case, IL is equal to I naught into I naught divided by 1 minus T. And similarly, ripple in the inductor current delta IL, which is nothing but maximum current minus minimum current. So this is during charging time. This is during charging time. So during turn on time, VL is equal to VS, and the turn off time, VL is equal to VS minus V naught. As we know that the charging of an inductor is equal to the discharging of an inductor for a stable operation. So by taking this condition, you can calculate the ripple in the inductor current delta IL. Okay, so the delta IL can be calculated by considering either charging of the inductor or discharging of the inductor. In this case, as we have taken the buck converter also, I am taking the charging time of the inductor during the turn on time during the interval 0 to T on. V is equal to L into di by dt. So VL is nothing but here source voltage, because I am taking turn on time, charging time. So VL is equal to VS we have to take, and L into di by dt. Change in the current is called the ripple in the conductor delta IL, divided by dt is nothing but the turn on time. Therefore, the equation will become now L into d delta IL divided by turn on, which is equal to VS. So this delta IL can be written as now VS divided by L into turn on. So this Vs already we know that it is d into Vs. So this is turn on time can be written as delta IL is equal to d into Vs divided by F into L. Okay, so turn on time can be written as d into T, because duty cycle d is equal to turn on by total time period. Therefore, turn on time can be written as d into T. The T can be written as 1 by F. So that equation now is becoming, so this T on I am writing like d into T, whereas T can be written as 1 by F. Therefore, instead of writing turn on, I am writing d by F. Now this equation now becomes delta IL is equal to d into Vs divided by F into L. Right? From that, I maximum can be written as IL plus delta IL by 2, and I minimum is equal to IL minus delta IL by 2. So this I already explained in buck converter. Similarly, ripple in the output voltage delta V. So I am taking charging turn on time, like charging period of an inductor or charging period of a capacitor, then that can be written as IC is equal to minus of I naught. The negatives are indicating the capacitor is discharging here, because now that capacitor is acting as a source in that case, That's the reason why it is discharging. So during discharging, the voltage will vary from maximum to minimum value, because the starting level of the voltage is maximum. When it is discharging, it will become minimum. So for that reason, the change in the voltage can be taken as point B to point A. So point B is minimum, point A is maximum. Therefore, C into V minimum minus V maximum divided by dt is nothing but turn on time is equal to minus I naught. So C into delta V minus delta V, because actually change in the voltage is written as V max minus V minimum. But here I am writing V minimum minus V maximum. That is the reason why I can write minus of delta V divided by delta T dt into C into delta minus delta V divided by dt is equal to minus I naught. So this minus sign will be gets cancelled out, and from this if you calculate delta V, this will become d into I naught divided by F into C. So this is a ripple in the output voltage, delta V. And after that, average switch current. So average switch current is nothing but I am taking turn on time again, as in the case of buck converter. These two parameters are same. I am just taking average switch current and average diode current. This will be very similar in the case of buck converter. So as average switch current can be written as ISWH. I switch is equal to IL, and I switch average is equal to IL average current. So this is during turn on time. Hence I can write it T on by total time period T. This can be written as D into IL. Okay, D into IL. Average diode current is also same as in the case of buck converter. So I average diode current is equal to average inductor current. So that is IL is equal, this diode is operating during turn off time. Therefore, this can be written as T minus T on. This is called turn off time divided by T. So this is nothing but 1 minus D into IL. and critical inductance and critical capacitance values that can be calculated from boundary conditions. As you are taking boundary condition, you have to take minimum current as 0. Therefore, from the minimum current condition, I minimum is equal to IL minus delta IL by 2, which can be equated as 0. Therefore, from that you will get IL is equal to delta IL by 2. So, IL can be written as I naught divided by 1 minus D, which is nothing but average inductor current. Already we have calculated in this boost converter, and we know that the value of delta IL is equal to D into Vs by FL. So already this is also we have calculated just now. You can refer it. From that, the value of inductor LC, critical value of the inductor, can be written as R into 1 minus D square into D divided by 2F. So this is a formula for calculating critical inductance parameter. And similarly, critical capacitance value that can be taken from V minimum condition, which is equal to V naught minus delta V naught by 2. By equating it to 0, you will get critical capacitance value. From that, V naught is equal to written as delta V naught by 2. From that, the critical capacitance can be calculated as D by 2FR. So these are the important parameters for boost converter